Hey everyone, Caront here welcoming you back to Final Fantasy Tactics. In the last episode, we made our way to the graveyard of airships and confronted Vormov, who decided that he was going to kill everybody so that he could resurrect Saint Ajora. Well, we beat him, and then he killed himself to resurrect Saint Ajora. In this episode, we are going to find out what awaits us now that Ajora has been resurrected in Alma's body. Oh boy, joy, rapture. This is the final battle of the story, so definitely don't hold anything back. Keep in mind that the save, if you have saved, and hope to God you did before you went into Orban, your save will take place before all of these events. So any items that you use, any items that you lose, including my fabled Excalibur sword that got broken by Rofel, will be back when you reload the save. So don't worry about it. Don't hold anything back. Throw everything you have. Use everything you have, etc., etc., etc. The biggest thing you can do in terms of preparing for this is make sure that you have 108 gems on everybody, largely because of Frog. Yes, we want to prevent that from happening because, well, we're going to have some potentially fun status effects being thrown at us if we're not careful, so definitely be careful about that. Now, it is also worth noting that 108 gems does improve holy attacks, so Beowulf will get his basically steroid shot back in a sense, so that's good. Okay, aside from that, I also want to point out I have basically taken the reins off of Orlando. I've given him as much Genji stuff as he can stand, and actually, let me go ahead and see about giving Ramza the rest of it. Okay, never mind, it's not going to do it, but I will go ahead and put that rubber costume back on, so there we go. Alright, with that being said and done and prepared, I think we're good to go, so let's go ahead and head in. Okay, so as we're getting ready, make sure to bring any and every heavy hitter, basically, that you have room for. I'm putting Monica in the back, of course, because, well, it would just be bad to have her up front, obviously. We've got Beowulf, we've got Orlando, and of course I'm going to round out the team with Worker 8. So, alright, this is it, guys. Let's do it. Welcome to battle number 60 and the story finale at the Graveyard of Airships once again. Ah. What is this? Oh. Help! Brother! Alma! Brother Ramza! Stop! Don't interfere! Do not interfere! Do not enter... Alma, are you okay? Yes, somehow by the power of the Holy Stone, Alma and Saint Ajora are separated from their shared body. Brother, I'm alright. We have to kill Ajora. Hurry! Are you trying to stop my resurrection? I won't let you. Come out, my servants. I will not let anyone prevent my resurrection. Prepare yourselves, powerless ones. Well, it's a pretty powerful blast that destroyed the entire mast of the ship while we're at it. So yeah, here's our battle. Defeat Ultima, the Holy Angel, or Divine Angel. I forget exactly what they call him. Alright, so let's take a look here. Holy Angel, okay, that's right. Unfortunately, we can't check its status because it's a holy beast, so, you know. Okay, now, obviously, I want to go after these Ultima demons. And actually, now that I mention it, I did kind of misspeak a little bit, because you can actually learn Ultima in this battle if you're a priest, or if you're a squire. Not that it does you much good at this point, because it's the end of the game, but still, you can learn it if you want. I'm going to focus on taking down these Ultima demons first, mostly because I want to. Now, you notice, Alma has the same ability that Princess Avelia had, and that she already had earlier, at her command, and that's primarily what she'll use. She will go and do that for herself, and then she will do that for other allies on the battlefield, basically as she mandates. Okay, so let's go ahead and move over here into the corner and pick up a free elixir, thank you. Not that it does any good, apparently. Oh, man, I really love this music. Sorry, I'm just enjoying it for a second before I act. Alright, so let's go ahead and find a common denominator here. So your XP, or your level primed, you're level primed, you're level primed, hopefully you are not. Let's see, you are level 30, 36. Oh yeah, that's another thing, these Ultima demons are really weak. I don't know why they're so weak in the story. They don't adjust to your party's levels. I mean, which is great for us, but still. Okay, let's see if level prime, I want to do level prime wall, I think, and see if that hits him, and I don't think it does, so yeah, this is pretty much perfect, because it's going to go on all my frontline fighters. And it will definitely hit Ramza and Beowulf, hopefully will hit, or not. Yeah, that's what happens when Orlando has low faith. Alright, so, it hit most of my frontline fighters, oh well. Alright, so Ultima, yeah, Ultima can kind of be nasty if he wants to be, because he has teleport too. Oh boy. So he's going to pretty much slaughter Alma, and do it in pretty cool fashion too, I gotta admit. I mean, whipping out those blades like that, where'd he keep those things for starters? I like that animation a lot. It's a great detail that they put into everything, that hey, this guy is going to be the final battle. He is the end of everything. We're going to make him look badass, pretty much. I really like that. Alright, so this will take out one of the two. Almost takes out the second, so, okay. Kind of wish those damage numbers had been flipped, but oh well. Now, here's another thing about this battle. And in the category of battles that you wouldn't think could be cheese, but can, is this one. Now, I mentioned earlier that Cletion, the Master Sorcerer, can be silenced. Ultima can be don't acted. I cannot believe this. I can't believe they left this in the final battles. It's insane. And especially with Beowulf being super faith trained, it's delicious, it's wonderful. And the battle's pretty much over. Well, mostly. Okay, let's see. I gotta move work great actually to hit this other Ultima Demon. Or Ultimate Demon, sorry. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. Alright, so 2 out of 4 are gone. Now the other 2 are obviously about to come after us. Yeah, there you go. Now, wouldn't it be crazy if he just went ahead and... Nah, I did Hurricane. Okay. I was about to say, wouldn't it be crazy if he just went ahead and did Ultima? That'd be something. Okay, if this other one does Hurricane, then Orlando is about to be dead, so we've got to try to prevent that here. I do find it interesting, though, that Ramza got a turn before the other Ultimate Demon was able to. Okay, oh, that almost kills him. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I'll take it. And you are going to go after probably Orlando, because he's the one that's suffering the most. Never mind. Okay, you're going to hit me with Olmagest. Alright, thanks. We hadn't seen it before, so it's a cool looking effect there. I mean, you see all these colors. And it hurts like the dickens. Okay, let's see. Let me go ahead and do another level prime. And actually, in the interest of what just happened, let's go ahead and do Cure 3, because that should bring everybody, I think, back to level standing here. Not that it's overly necessary in this battle, but still. There we go, good. So everybody is back in play. I like it. Alright, let's see. Now that you are... What are you gonna do, Ultima? I basically neutered you. Oh, you're gonna stand right next to the demon. Okay. I mean, that's fine if you want to. If I can reach you, I don't think I'll be able to reach Ultima with this attack, but I'll get close. Now, let's see. Who do I want to kill first? I think I want to go after you. Or did that hit? Oh, yeah, it did hit him. Never mind. Okay. I'll take it. Now, in this first form, Ultima has about 1,000 to 1,200 HP, roughly. So, that's about a quarter of it now. A little over a quarter of it, probably. And this will take the Ultima Demon out. Ultima Demon out. Never mind. There we go. He's dead. Okay, let's move you over here. I don't think Beowulf's going to be able to do much of anything. Let's give it a shot anyway. Nah, not yet. Okay. Next turn he'll be able to, though. I'll have to move Worker 8 forward as well to be able to hit him. And maybe not. Okay. Alright, let's see. I can't really determine anything about Ultima. I keep wanting to call him Ultima, I don't know. Probably because that's what he is translated to in later editions of the game, I believe. Let's see. Alright. Let me just go ahead and do another level prime, and I'll go ahead and hasten everybody. Because that's really the best thing to do, I think, at this point. Assuming it hits, of course. And it will hit... Oh! Okay, well, Orlandu, I guess, leveled up and got out of that category then. Oh well. But it's definitely going to hit Beowulf and Ramza, so yeah, that's good. Okay, so go ahead and walk up and start slaughtering, buddy. Might as well. I mean, that's why you're here, after all. And if you happen to reinforce Don't Act, that's fine too. But nah, it didn't quite happen that way. Okay, now, Beowulf. Let's get you up here. And... Alright, that's good. I like that. Alright, so that takes us to around probably about 900, a little under 1,000. So you're going to teleport all the way across the map. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. It gets him away from everybody else. Alright, so these guys are going to spend another turn or two basically just catching up, so big whoop-de-doo. Alright, you need to move back, and actually, Worker 8 might be able to end this battle too. Huh. Possibly. I'm not sure, though. Okay, not quite. That's worth a shot, though. Alright, Ramza's not going to be able to make it back over there. Beowulf might be able to, I'm not sure. Okay, let's see. Alright, well, let me just see about trying to raise Alma from the dead, because, let's see. XP 5 is the thing that really stands out here. Okay, raise 2. Is that going to hit any of the demons? It doesn't look like it's going to. It will not. Okay, and it will definitely hit her, so yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now, it doesn't particularly matter if you revive Alma or not, because you might have noticed she is guest protected, so she's not going to crystallize or anything like that. But still, it's a nifty little thing to have in play if you want to use it. Alright, so I don't think Ramza's going to be able to hit Ultima. He might be able to, though, actually. That line of sight's a little better than I thought it would be. But the range is not, so never mind. Alright, so what you going to do, Ultima? Alma. Good lord. Man, me and my name mixing up. I don't know why it's so bad this playthrough. It's pretty much been bad the whole time if you've been tuning in. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Can I hit you? I can't quite. Okay. So Ultima might actually get a real turn in before this is all over with. We'll see, though. Alright, so let's see. Orlandu. Lightning Stab might be able to reach him. Possibly. Not quite. Doggone it, man. That's the story of this one. Not quite, not quite, not quite. Yay! Go, Alma! Now you're not going to be slaughtered. And it's not really going to matter anyway because we got to him in time. This pretty much should finish him off. Yep, that's it.
No, this can't be. You're the descendant of the one who killed me before. No, I won't be beaten. I will not be beaten.
Yeah, it's a final boss battle. Did you really think it was just going to be one stage? Nah. Now the real fun begins, ladies and gentlemen.
I will kill you.
Welcome to the final battle against a really souped up Ultima. With one major catch. We'll see. Okay, so I'm going to assume basically that I need to start rebuffing. I don't really need to rebuff too much, but might as well. Okay, let's see. Well, if Orlando has walked away from... Yeah, he's level 4 now. Okay, so let's try that. Level 4. And see about doing some hastening, shall we? Because a souped up Orlando is a pretty darn good thing in the battle. And that is... Oh, it's going to hit Alma too. Not that it matters, but okay. However, if you recall what I mentioned at the end of the last episode, I mentioned that Orlando was not going to be the star of the show in the final battle. And that is true. You'll see who the star of the show is in just a second. Alright, let me move Beowulf up here. And Beowulf is going to be the star of this show. Why? Because of terrain. Now check out what this does. Ultima has about, I think, around 4,000 HP in this final form. Beowulf takes off almost 800 of it in one shot. It is amazing. If you've faith-trained Beowulf, this is the moment you've done it for. So freaking worth it. Beowulf is a rock star, basically a god in this battle. And also, of course, it keeps him perpetually alive, pretty much. Now, that's not to say that the other guys aren't going to be worthy of stuff, because, yeah, they're definitely good too. But Beowulf is your rock in this battle. More so than Orlando. Even a wholly infused Orlando, like I actually had when I was doing the test runs, because, well, I hadn't had my equipment broken by Rofel. Alright, so let's go ahead and keep slaughtering you here. Now, unfortunately, well, the don't act is not a thing anymore. On the note of status effects, though, one of the big ways that this souped-up Ultima attacks is by doing a lot of nasty status effects. That's why we have the 108 gems equipped, to mitigate those. Trust me, very much necessary. Okay, let's plant you here, and have you actually do Holy Explosion. I don't think it's going to do Confusion. I rather doubt it, but it does the most damage of any attacks that we have, so let's go for it. Now, Ultima will get in a turn or two, if not more, in this battle, so you will want to prepare accordingly. Now, I wonder... I'm just gonna... Let's see, no, let's test something out here. I want to see if... Actually, I want to see if Ultima actually gets hit by any of these. Let's see, level 5, that's level 4. Nope, okay. Level 3. Oh yes, but it also hits Orlando and Ramza, so measure carefully. Alright, so level 3 is not the best thing in the world. And yes, I'm just simply trying stuff out right now. And that will hit... Ooh, boy, that will hit a lot of people. Holy crap, okay. So XP is 3, alright. Height is not a big deal, okay. So what I want to focus then is buffing my allies and not trying to hit Ultima with much of anything. Although I could, I guess. Okay, let's see. So level Prime is going to be decent. For, well, pretty much just Beowulf. Okay, let's see. What have I at my arsenal here? I want to be fully cognizant of what I have here. I've got Haste, obviously. I've got Wall. I've got Re-Raise. Oh, well, Re-Raise and Regen could be good. Let's see. The rest of these, though, are mostly status effect type stuff, so obviously bad idea. Man, I could do... Nah, that's lowering Brave, never mind. Okay, yeah, so the best thing in terms of a positive status effect right now is probably going to be Re-Raise or Regen. I'll do Regen, I guess, just for the heck of it. Might as well. Not that Beowulf is going to need it in this battle, mind you, but it'll give my calculator something to do anyway. Alright, here we go. Yes, you notice Ultima changes titles in this mode. Ultima is now an Archangel. And still has teleport too, so good luck pinning him down. Alright, so you notice that attack that he's doing, it looks like he's going to grant protect to everybody. But that's actually not what that attack is. That attack actually mitigates the status effects that you have, so you'll want to try to get out of the range of that as soon as you can. I don't know why the first thing that she did was to go straight at us, but oh well. It's worth a shot anyway. Okay, so let's get Beowulf up here. Like I said, he's going to be my rock. And I don't think Drain is going to be affected by charge time. It's not. Okay. Now, normal attacks would be, though, but this is not. Let's see. I can't break him, can I? No. Can't put him to sleep, I don't think. No. Can't do Don't Act, I don't think. No. Can't do Despair. No. Can't do Confuse, I don't believe. No. Can I do Chicken? I'm not going to do that, though. I can Berserk him. No, I can't. Okay. Pretty much anything except Drain and Chicken I can't do to him. So, yeah, he's pretty much fully boss protected as far as statuses go. Can I do Faith and Innocent? No, can't do those either. Okay, so yeah, pretty much Drain and Aspel. Actually, speaking of Aspel, let me see how much MP this would steal from him. Hi, that's a lot. Ah, well, just in case I need a refill, I guess there you go. I mean, part of the joy of this really is just experimenting with all of the different things that you can do. And your faith just went up, which actually is the worst thing you could have done against a faith-trained Beowulf. Despair too, which is going to take the status effects off of her. That's no big deal, really. She'll just put them back on herself. Okay, I mean, if you want to waste time doing that, that's fine with me, but whatever. Alright, so go ahead and march you up here. Now, unfortunately, you're not charging any more. Wait, attack does nothing? I'm a little confused now. Alright, let's throw something at you then. That is confusing. I'm not sure why. Maybe because he's floating, I wouldn't have been able to hit him? I mean, okay, but alright. Yep, that's what I figured she'd do. As long as she's got MP to do that, she's going to keep doing that as long as is necessary. I don't think Work Race can be able to hit. Nah, I didn't think so. It doesn't really look like a very big battlefield. The distances can be a bit deceptive, though. Okay, so haste went off of you guys. So you're level prime, you're level not prime. HP 4, which actually would correspond fairly well with both of you. So let's try, or XP 4 rather. Let's try that here. Let's see, XP 4. And can we, where, I need to go further down, sorry. Here we go, Hasty. And that's going to hit Beowulf. Beowulf and Orlandu. And Alma. Oh, so that's an especially potent one right now. Cool. Let's do that. Okay, so it hit everybody it needed to, and it leveled up my calculator, so yay. Alright, now, are you going to go back? What are you going to do now? Because are you going to try to remove status effects from one of us? You're going to move 2 spaces back and hit us like a freaking freight train. Okay, so time to start charging in on him, basically. Okay, let's see. Lightning Stab. I can't silence him, so no dice on that, but it's still going to hit like a mother. That is the good thing about Orlandu's attacks, because they have such wide range. Yeah, it makes things a lot better as far as that goes. Alright, so let's park you over here and have you start thwacking on him. Yeah, there we go. That's better. It must have... Never mind. Battle's over.
More power.
Congratulations! This game is complete. With the Father's blessing, you shall return to earth. Guide Alma Beowulf's soul to heaven with Saint Ajora's divine protection. Farlem. Farlem. Let's note the irony of that statement for a second, given what we just went through. What a pity. She was so young. All the siblings gone? The youngest, Ramza, won't even be buried. Sad. Beowulf's 300-year history is over now. I'm sorry I'm late, Alma. Ramza. And you notice he has Balmafula with him. Now, last we saw of Balmafula, she was being attacked by Delita. She was not killed, as it turns out. The theory is, and there's a pretty fair amount of support that we're going to see in this next scene, or in this scene, to support it, is likely that Delita cut out her tongue. Did not kill her, but silenced her permanently. I wanted to come earlier, but it was too dangerous. Too risky. Delita married Ovelia. A commoner brings peace to a chaotic kingdom, marries the princess, becoming king. A legend that will be passed down for centuries. Delita may be a good person, as you said. He made it look like he killed her, then let her go when her identity was clear. I guess he identified with her, having been used by Vormov. Did my father die fighting heroically? I'll come back again. Bye. Are you really dead? I still can't believe you're really dead. I mean, you know... Hi there. How are y'all doing? Wait! Ramza! Alma! He's alive! Alive! Thank you, Ramza. Since then, no one has caught sight of the two. Olan Durai reminisces in such a manner. Where does one find good fortune? What possesses them to live for the present? What treasures will they leave behind? The only thing certain is that he is the true hero indeed. Years later, Olan Durai collected his experiences over a period of 5 years into a single syllabus. That should probably be monograph, actually. This collection, known as the Durai Papers, were to be presented at Prince Clemence's meeting, during which the new possessor of the throne was to be selected. But the church, which feared public disclosure of the truth, decided to arrest Durai and burn him at the stake for the crime of heresy. The retrieved Durai papers were then confiscated by the church for several hundred years. But I have uncovered the truth. Let me now revive his honor. let his way of life be absorbed by the next generation. Author of the brave story, Al-Islam Durai. And that is your connection to everything. The man who has basically served as our storyteller. The man that we met at the very beginning of the day, Al-Islam, was Olan Durai's descendant. So it was not just historical interest that compelled him in this. It was personal interest as well. It was family interest, as well as the truth. The end of a game, and granted we've still got some left to play in this game, but the end of a story like this is always really something for me. Because in many ways I think this is one of the better Final Fantasy stories. I'm not sure I'd say it's the best. Final Fantasy VI still holds that honor in my heart. But it's pretty good. I mean, because you've got a compelling mythos, the mythos of the Zodiac Braves, which as it turns out is strictly mythos in that sense. You get Ramza, who is a very identifiable protagonist, one that we follow the whole way, one that is very much dedicated to the ideals, the ambitious and noble ideals of the Beale family, even when his family is not. You have compelling antagonists, I think. Vormov, I think, is out of the public eye a little bit more perhaps than he should be, but you still get ideas of his menace all the way back at Rigovanus Castle and beyond. The Zodiac beasts that we fight are all maybe not necessarily the most interesting figures, but they're definitely compelling and powerful. And then you have Delita, who really serves as an interesting little enigma in the whole thing. Is Delita a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he both? Or does the sort of paragon renegade good-bad wheel, or does that static scale even apply to him? Because you can understand where he comes from, you understand his origins, and what he does ultimately to assume power and to make sure that not only is he not, I guess, subjected in the future, but also that he can create a society that does not have that sort of noble subjection of the lower classes and the average populace in the future. Because that's ultimately what Delita wants to build. Now the question with him is, though, how do you regard him? Because I really think it depends on how much you subscribe to the philosophy of the ends justify the means. Because if you subscribe to that philosophy, then you're likely to identify fairly well with Delita. If, however, you are more of a black and white person, with the idea that there are moral absolutes and that there is no broaching those absolutes, then you are much more likely to identify, I think, with Ramza. So to some degree, there is a hero on both ends of that spectrum in this tale, depending on how you want to go about it. Now, where you choose to go with that ultimately, of course, is up to you. I guess my thoughts on the game as a whole is I think this game is pretty well made. It has its flaws. The translation is one of the most fundamental of those flaws, unfortunately, much like a game that I played previously, Suikoden 2. Yeah, same thing. The translation is not that great, and you saw it in the finale. They mistranslated Olan's name between how he was represented in the game and how he was represented in the finale text. Go figure. So the translation is really the biggest kind of sticking point here, but the rest of it I think is pretty well made. It's not particularly flashy, but I don't think it's supposed to be. That's kind of the point, is it is representing a plot and a series of actions that are very gritty, that are dark in a way, even though you have nice little cameos and things like that. And I don't think a really flashy art style would have been good with that. Of course, also, it's a PlayStation 1 game, so the technology is limited anyway. For what it is, I think it does a pretty good job telling it. The job system, in many ways, is excellent. I think what they did with the job system in Tactics was incredible, because the job system began in Final Fantasy III, and it was fairly basic. It was made less basic in Final Fantasy V, and I think it really flourishes here in this game because you get so many different jobs. And with that, you get a pretty fair amount of replayability in this game. Because you can go through battles with a lot of physical presence, you can go through battles with a lot of magical types, you can go through battles with hybrids of the two, with the Temple Knight or something like that. There is a lot of replayability because there's so many different ways to fight each battle. You can go in and just basically mow everything down. You can go in and bomb it to death. You can do any number of things. You can use status effects like crazy. It's really great. And I think the game did a fantastic job of emphasizing that. And, yeah, that's that for the credits. But that actually is not everything for the story. We've got one little bit left. And our final bit of story is back in Zeltenia Castle. Here you are. Everyone's been looking for you. Today's your birthday, right? These flowers. Ovelia? It's hard to see, but she just stabbed him in the chest. You use everybody like that. Now you'll kill me just like Ramza. Ramza, what did you get? And that is it for the story. Now the likelihood is that Delita did survive that knife wound, because the beginning of the game talks about Delita living a long and illustrious reign, whereas Ramza is ultimately ignored by history. So the likelihood is that even though Ovelia tries to assassinate Delita, it fails. And so what ends up happening is Delita has a long and illustrious reign in this game. Oh well, after this game is over, I should say. Alright, so next up, and I'm going to go ahead and move to the sound menu just to keep this off of here, to keep the music from going anyway. Next up on Final Fantasy Tactics, we are going to be back out into the world, and we are going to begin going through the area that we alluded to before we went into Arbonne Monastery, and that is the Deep Dungeon. It is a 10-level dungeon. At the end of it, it has a boss battle, and actually a new recruit, the final new recruit in the game. In between that last battle and the first one, there are a lot of different mazes. There are a lot of different really powerful monsters that we're going to be fighting. And you can get some of the best treasure in the game as well. So in between that time, and I'm not going to take any extra time to do it, but in between, I am going to be de-faith training my calculator, my wizard. Because I want her to be the one to roam around and find all the treasures. She's really the best suited for it anyway. So that's what I'm going to do. And next time on Final Fantasy Tactics, we will begin going through the Deep Dungeon. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see y'all later.